Welcome back. We're the Cosbros, and I am Daredevil.
And I'm Captain America.
And I'm the one and only Star-Lord.
Welcome back to our third episode of our exclusive podcast here. We are super excited to be here with you guys today. And
always,
right? We decided today, why not wear one of our favorite costumes?
Right.
So
We're talking about them last episode, right? So it only makes sense to suit up for y'all.
I know we all do a lot of different characters. We decided to do Marvel today, but is there a reason why we chose the suit that we chose?
I mean, it's kind of like my, handle, Star-Lord rules.
True.
Because he does, But yeah, he's my hero.
Yeah, all right.
If you think so, bud.
Hey.
Actually, talking about that earlier, which was something that I thought was kind of unique and cool, was when I saw all of us suited up, I was like, it's kind of cool how we all have our own like character that we gravitate towards, you know? And of course, we got Star-Lord, we got Nomadic Cap right here. He loves to do his cap.
That's right. That's right.
And he's put a lot of work and effort into this endgame suit because you did do some modifications to it, right?
Oh, I wish I was just some modifications to this thing.
Just some?
Yeah, just some. I did a lot to this suit because this is my penultimate kind of Captain America suit that I had, and I knew I'd just be going ham on it. So goes all the way from recoloring the entire suit so it's more screen accurate with an airbrush, which takes like 8 hours, to upgrading the accessories from Etsy vendors and just perfecting it, tailoring it bit by bit after each use is like, all right, it can come in here, it can come in there. And then also just trying to get it as movie accurate as far as movement wise too. So like I have the magnet hidden in the harness so I can sling the shield in the back and it just sticks and makes everyone's eyes just go pop.
The shield trick is money. I love it.
It's always a money move. Yeah, but dude, seriously, this I'm kind of impressed with this.
Daredevil.
Yes.
I mean, can you actually see out of those things?
Yeah. So this mask it's not too bad as far as sight goes. This is the Migrant Studio cowl. This is the second Netflix cowl that I purchased, just because the first one I just really didn't like the look, and I think the helmet is everything, and just kind of back to what our boy Matt had said about, putting a lot of effort and work into your cosplays. This is one that I just actually did an extra layer of airbrushing. Definitely not 8 hours, but just took like, an hour, airbrush it, make it look a little bit more dirty. And I really like this suit. We were just talking about the shield. So I actually just got done painting this new shield. So, well, not painting it. What am I saying? Speaking of, we prepped this new shield, and we actually have Matt that's going to do a little paint job on this. So maybe in a couple weeks, three or so weeks, we'll showcase this progression, and you can kind of see what he can do. You've been painting shields for a while, right?
Yes, I've repainted all of my Captain America shields myself. I've even, for the longest time, they had the little backpack shields that they had, the plastic ones.
Yeah.
When I was teaching, I even repainted that to give it some battle damage to make the students go like, Mr. Most, your backpack's so cool. So I did that, and then I just do all sorts of recoloring for all sorts of cosplay commissions in general. So
nice. I know you do a lot of like Halo stuff too. He's on Etsy, so if you need any of your stuff, professional premium airbrush, your boy Matt is your guy. So I'm really excited to see what you're gonna do with this, and I have some other altercations coming for my cap suits.
Nice.
So be on the lookout for that. We discussed Book of Boba Fett on the ending of that last week. And with the Super Bowl, we actually got a couple brand new commercials.
We did.
We had the Moon Knight trailer, and then we also had the Doctor Strange, which was our second commercial.
And also the Rings of Power as well. For anyone who's a big,
I already forgot about it. I'm sorry. I'll be honest. I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan. Like, to me, I'm just been seeing a lot of stuff coming out with the Lord of the Rings trilogy that has me a little bit like just
on the weird side.
Just a little annoyed. I
kind of feel like since the property's kind of been going back and forth with different studios for distribution, it feels like the creative helm of it has kind of changed a lot. So
it does, and there's going to be a lot of sex and kind of that kind vibe.
Yeah, they're doing a Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
wait, is that really? Have they affirmed that?
They have.
Oh wow!
And to me, I mean, I get that you're trying to sell something or something that's already built, but that's not anything that J.R. Tolkien would stand for. And even with the trailer, I was like, great, another female protagonist. Like we already got this with Rey and it sucked, and like I want like another Aragorn, you know? Or
well, here's the thing, like
it is what it is, you know?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. How far have you guys dabbled into the books? Like,
I've read them all.
I have not read them all.
I mean, there's a lot of.
I read
The Hobbit,
Lord of the Rings, and I read The Hobbit.
Okay, but you didn't get as far as like the Silmarillion or the Children of Turin or anything like that.
No.
Okay, so but either way, like from my understanding, like there's a lot of like strong female like characters, and they don't
totally.
like
No, for sure.
But I see what you're saying. It kind of feels like they're trying to Game of Thrones it. It's like Amazon's little cash check for like, hey, we can play this game too. Right. I don't think it's a property you should be doing it. I mean, especially after the Tolkien family was kind of a little peeved by how Jackson handled the Hobbit trilogy. So
which was not good, bro. No. I was not a fan of those movies. But what did you guys think? So I shared a little bit of my thoughts on the Lord of the Rings new show, whatever you want to call it. What do you guys think? Are you guys excited?
I'm kind of curious to see exactly how they're going to make Middle Earth look before Hobbit and Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Because it's like there's a lot of history before that, and you kind of see like all the lands still pristine with like nice cut marble, and you're gonna see that world before I guess Sauron distributed the rings of power and everyone fell into corruption. So I'm just kind of wondering what's the main focus going to be, because we all know what the end goal is going to be when he finally takes over and Isildur's finally axes off his hand and stops everything.
And where they're gonna start at, where they're gonna end at, are we gonna see that ending over like a span of like 5-6 seasons?
I see the series ending with like you notice that the downfall of these rings is beginning.
Yeah.
But it's not actually going to lead up to Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, it could. It could. And I mean, I think that, it'd be hard to, of course, show like Elrond, but with a show that's had the biggest budget ever, which if you guys didn't know that, it does.
Yeah.
It's like, I forget, it's a crazy amount of money. So like maybe they will, like
who knows?
We'll really just have to wait and see over the next few years. And really, I think a lot of what comes down to it is the performance of the show,
Totally.
Which to me, it's like if you're already, trying this like kind of woke agenda that's already getting pushed in it, like I don't know if it's gonna last, because it's not in it for the right reasons.
Nowadays, with streaming services, the sweet spot is 3, maybe 4 seasons.
Okay.
And anything after that, audiences kind of start to lose interest.
They do.
They don't return as much anymore. So we'll see what happens with them. But
and that is like, that's a good point to say, but also that is for shows that aren't like Lord of the Rings. Because like I truly think that Lord of the Rings and like Star Wars and like Marvel, it's solidified itself as such like a powerhouse of a name that like people like want to see and will see that, you know what I mean? And but again, it all comes down to like, is it good or not?
I think that also a big thing as well, and this is me from being just like a technical person that likes using practicals as much as you can in movies. I think one of the things that hurt The Hobbit when they did that again was everything was a little bit more CGI'd, and it was just I guess the first 3 movies with Lord of the Rings, things were still done practical. They had makeup, they used puppetries, they used small scale models and filmed that to the epic scale, so it had that believability. I think that was what kind of turned me off with The Hobbit was I couldn't connect.
I can see through it big time, and I don't like it.
I actually read an article literally like 2 weeks ago about how Ian McKellen felt so isolated and alone on set because they did revert to doing CGI for the scenes with him and the dwarves and the Hobbit, rather than in the original trilogy they used spacing and camera angles to
and that's the kind of stuff I love. I like it when you try to create that illusion with the camera. It's like it's stuff we don't see nowadays. Nowadays you can scale someone to a Hobbit size if you want to, or giant size.
But enough about Lord of the Rings. We are dressed in Marvel after all, so we should discuss Marvel stuff.
Sure, let's discuss some Marvel stuff, and I think we should get into the Moon Knight. I mean, I'm impartial. I'm in the Daredevil suit. That's true. So Moon Knight is known as Mark Spector, and he is basically this guy, and as you said, he has multiple personalities, and he basically got these powers from this Egyptian god. And I wonder what we're really going to see in this like series, because in the comics, he's kind of like the adventurous kind of guy, kind of like the Mummy in a sense. I forget what's the guy's name in the Mummy?
Oh, Rick O'Connell.
Rick O'Connell, where he goes in. Yeah, he knew quick. Indiana Jones, man. And so basically, he like gets this like past artifact or something, and then he gets overtaken by like the Moon Knight god. This second trailer, we really got to see some cool stuff. What are you guys thinking about this series?
I'm mostly curious as to how they're going to start it, because it seems like, and a lot of people are kind of confirming it with their own comments, it's not so much of an origin story. because people are saying like we're already seeing like this suit and this version and blah blah blah. Like, so a lot of people are thinking that it's not really an origin story per se in this season.
Right. Well,
Like,
even in the trailer,
powers.
it kind of sets up that he has this entire lifetime that he's forgotten and kind of like trying to wake up again to. So they might play around with that alternate timeline dreamscape.
And that will do a really good thing for the story is if they kind of do that, the jumping around to the different like dialects and kind of like leaving you in like a state of like, wait, what is really going on? Is because then it can add in Moon Knight in like the first couple episodes without like giving you a character origin, you know? And
that's true.
And speaking about Daredevil Netflix series is I love it. It's amazing. It's really well written, but it kind of builds all the way up to the climax of Daredevil becoming Daredevil, and that's the very last episode. And you know, for me, I'm like, I want to see more costumes. I want to see like stuff, and it's hard to make that make sense, of course, in a kind of realistic series.
Right.
But with Moon Knight, what we're seeing, you know, is he can literally almost just instantly transform into the Moon Knight, which, like, I mean, props on Disney. It makes it really easy for them to just be like, oh, he's out of costume. 5 seconds later, he's in costume. Like, it makes sense, guys. We CGI today. So I think that's definitely something that will be cool and will potentially be explored.
To be frankly honest, I'm more just excited for just Oscar Isaac. Just
People love this guy. You also like Dune, right?
I mean, I like Dune, but I also think he's a really good actor from just like how I've seen how he does his roles. Like,
I think he's going to crush it in this role. He's super pumped about it. So I think that's going to be a good,
especially
good
like where the character's at. If he's kind of forgotten who he is and waking up from these night terrors and not sure what is reality or not. Yeah, I mean, he's pulling that off for me very well. But I don't know if that's different from what you remember the comics to being.
I haven't read too many of the Moon Knight comics. I've just read a lot more of the comics where his like it's like not the best story writing. It's just he had these like really awesome armor suits, like full armor costumes, and I just like thought they were so awesome. And I have a few Moon Knight series, but I really haven't dove too deep into the character, so it's kind of like a fresh like awakening for me. Just kind of.
I mean, I can already see this guy buying some Moon Knight costumes. You know, him like strutting it out on it. Maybe
I feel you. I do, but I'm pretty happy with like that set because I feel like it's like Moon Knight, Daredevil, Punisher, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, you know, I already have.
You
like
your
really,
Hell's Kitchen. You
yeah,
like it.
I kind of got like the Daredevil, and I already kind of got the Punisher now, so it's kind of like. Do I need to do Moon Knight? No, I'm going to leave that up to somebody else. You know what I mean? It's like...
But if you guys do want to see a phenomenal cosplayer who does do Moon Knight pretty religiously, check out Creed Cosplay on Instagram.
Yeah.
He has multiple versions, some of his own takes on it as well. Highly suggest if you just want to feed your Moon Knight appetite a little bit.
And he does it very well, actually. I've seen a lot of his pictures. It's amazing.
We definitely met up in LA Comic-Con just this last year, and he's a really cool guy. I highly recommend checking out his stuff. Because I think that they do have a really special opportunity to allow the costume to be introduced in like the first episode, kind of like Deadpool did, you know? Where it just was instantly in the action and they made sense of it halfway through the movie, and then they developed that plot line too, which was really like just unique, and it's not like what, you know, this cookie cutter kind of program that they bring out, if that makes sense, you know? Kind of like Falcon Winter Soldier. It's like just constant build up, and then the very last episode for like 5 minutes he's in the new Captain America suit, you know? It's like
enough to be in the teasers, but not enough to satisfy.
Exactly. Like cool, like or WandaVision, cool. Like the whole show, it's like building up, and then the final 5 minutes of the episode, you're in your new suit. It's like
Scarlet Witch,
you know, it's like I don't really want to see another whole one where it's just like, all right, well now we haven't built up, so you know, here you guys go. Thanks for waiting and watching for 6 hours.
Or God forbid they do a Daredevil and he goes back to his black suit and never touches the armored suit again.
I mean,
and if you guys didn't know, actually, the Netflix Marvel series will actually be going off this month, which in turn, before we get talking about the Doctor Strange, has a lot to do with the future of those characters in the MCU. It really could, because with them not being licensed to be on Netflix anymore, that allows Disney now to have like a bunch of like, there's a lot of legalities in it, and they can actually have those series or shows put on Disney Plus. Not the actual Netflix Daredevil show, of course, but they can, you know, sign on a new Daredevil series, or you know, if they wanted to make like something with Luke Cage or like Jessica Jones, those characters could now be in like a series.
If they're happy enough, then they just keep the character, and like we saw with Charlie Cox reprising.
I hope so.
No, he's definitely is. Kevin Feige's mentioned that, and there's
confirmed.
Yep, that is very, very well confirmed. And also, there's a lot of speculation that he will be donning a new suit, have a different kind of like mojo about him as well, kind of like as well as our Kingpin, and that his suit will be based off of the Daredevil yellow. So we're kind of breaking back into the origins, and I think that's something that we'll probably see in the She-Hulk series.
Because there's also with the Spider-Man No Way Home, the coming out on DVD. There's that whole thing going around about the special features, over 100 minutes of extra content. And one of the confirmed things now is Murdoch having an extra scene doing something.
Wow. Okay.
People are thinking like it's him actually like holding it down somewhere, maybe even fighting. You know
that sounds really good.
It would be too nice, and then you got to remember they'd have to bring in a whole new costume.
True. Or
like,
maybe it's just him walking down the street and he just happens to have to like break something up, and he just shows himself. Shows his skills, kind of like he did where he catches the brick.
I think that it's going to be more of like an intro, maybe when Peter Parker's at prison scene. But we'll have to wait and see. And I'm actually really excited because I will definitely be purchasing that, because to me,
everybody will. It's like everyone's going to.
It's literally kind of like one of those movies where it's like, you know,
the fans what they want.
Exactly.
Exactly. You know? It's like all we want is you guys to just deliver a little bit, and I thought they did a really good job at doing that. Right.
100%.
I mean, they had 20 years to do this, so you know, if they fail after 20 years, okay, Marvel, you got to work on it. Right.
And you know, we haven't discussed yet was something that I think has just like so many Easter eggs in it, is that Doctor Strange commercial.
Oh yes. Oh my gosh, there's so many variants.
I thought maybe like 3 were there, but they just kept coming with the different variants.
I have a feeling with the whole like I guess if they're going with the theme of Multiverse of Madness, I think there's gonna be like 6 variants.
Easily. I think because we already saw like 5 in that trailer alone. So
so they're probably saving the best one for last. I don't know. Have you guys heard about that one rumor that's going around about a special actor who might be appearing in this?
I've heard many. So which ones are we talking about?
Well, you guys remember how Wawa before Robert Downey Jr. was set to be Iron Man.
Are you talking about Tom Cruise?
Yes.
I've been hearing a lot.
I have a feeling because this is Sam Raimi. He is literally going to give us fanboys, those who got like really deep into knowing about like the MCU before it became a thing.
Well, have you guys seen the commercial slowdowns where it will show like that one person? Oh, it's crazy, bro.
Everyone thinks it's the new Captain Marvel, Rambo from WandaVision. But I saw it. You
slow it down, and it literally shows the Tom Cruise with the goatee, with like the thing on his head, and he's like has a different power force. You know, like there's definitely like it, and to think about it, it would only make sense that he would be there whenever he gets taken in. And I mean, we also saw some speculation. Of course, we hear Patrick Stewart's voice, which is none other than Professor Xavier in the original X-Men series. Hype for that. And then we also got to see there was a slender body on the left hand side, and if you really dive in, you get close to it, you see this like imprint next to where the 4 would be for Mr. Fantastic, and he is an original member of the Illuminati. So it's like we could really see old Mr. Fantastic, which it would be great. It would be really cool to kind of see like him, the old Professor X, and Superior Iron Man, like Tom Cruise, all kind of like talking to him, and maybe somebody else, who knows. If there's a twist, like if Hugh Jackman's in this, like yes, you know. And there's been a lot of speculation. I mean, actually, Ryan Reynolds just was announced that he is on the cast for this movie. If you go look at the cast list, it's insane to see how many different actors are playing a role in this movie. And like even if he's just like a quick cameo as Deadpool, and
still enough.
And who knows? Like maybe it's like a way that they merge these universes all together. And who knows, like even with the Superior Iron Man, like they can bring now Iron Man back, and we just believe it because of the Loki show, because of this, because of the No Way Home. We're like, oh, that makes sense. Like Captain America, another one's here.
Speaking of Easter eggs, the poster that they released as well, with in conjunction with that trailer, with all the multiverse fragments, you can zoom in on all those fragments and you're gonna see a new Easter egg on one of those fragments, you know?
Or even like the Peggy Carter shield.
Oh, that's
The
true.
Carter
Yeah.
shield is in the one, clear as day. There's another mirror shard, top middle, right? You zoom in on it, it's a star. A lot of people, myself included, I'm like, oh, Captain America. But if you watch the trailer and if you know anything about the movie coming out, America Chavez is going to have a pretty big part. So I'm pretty sure it's just a close up of the back of her denim jacket.
Oh, yeah.
Showing the star.
Yeah.
You know?
So-
Logical mind me speaking, emotional mind me is saying like, please bring it back. But at the same time, we have Old Man Fantastic Four. How freaking dope would it be if Chris Evans did
Came
come
back
back,
as Human
but he
Torch.
was the Human Torch again?
We're here for it.
that would
We're
be
here for it.
So stoked.
He did a good job on that role,
Oh, he
man.
killed that
I mean,
He was
honestly, say what you want about
perfect.
the original Fantastic Four with Jessica Alba and those guys, but that was a fun movie. It was
It
bad,
was,
but
it was a
good.
good.
It was good.
It was a good comic movie.
was good.
Absolutely,
Especially
good
the
comic
first
movie.
one, like Reed Richards alone, like casting was on point.
so
Jessica
good.
Alba,
Yeah.
like yes, Chris
Yep.
Evans, yes, and same with Rockeye. It's your thing, like he was a good actor
Good
too.
thing,
I like
absolutely.
the guy that they had planned, and I like the little bit of the older casting. And there has been a lot of rumors about the new Fantastic Four casting, and there's people saying that it's going to be John Krasinski, which was
Krasinski, yeah.
Jim in The Office, and then his
Right.
wife Emily Blunt.
God, I
So-
hope so.
That would be a really, really cool combo, and
That'd be
it'd be
nice.
kind of something unique because I would like to see their story a little bit like later in life. You know, I don't think we need another origin story because we already had that in the first two movies.
Yeah, which one?
Yeah.
Well, the first two like original movies. right?
Yeah.
Right.
And
Not that one that we don't speak
count
of.
whatever happened
We
in
do not speak of that.
2014.
No,
or
no,
whatever.
Yeah,
that
hey, we got a lot of new like stuff coming out. We have Batman right around the corner too, so it's just like
Yes,
we're really
I'm so
excited.
about that too.
Yeah, it's
So
gonna be good.
pumped. It's gonna be real good.
Yeah, so definitely we will keep you guys up to date on any of the new commercials or content coming out. I think like we are really excited for that, and any of our new cosplays and stuff. I know we kind of discussed that last week, but we're definitely going to have some new suits on the way, right?
Oh yes.
That's right.
And you guys will be the first to see those
will,
as well.
yes.
We'll definitely wear that stuff for you guys and make sure to make that happen. But hey, we really appreciate you guys being here. If you guys liked this podcast, make sure to go ahead and leave a like now. Go ahead and comment any questions because we really want to answer all you guys' questions.
We would love to start doing Q&As at the end of every episode.
Absolutely, yeah.
For sure. And we just really want to connect with you guys and create a community around cosplayers and our love for it. And we've been doing this for a while where we really want to just help people out, getting their costumes looking official and telling you guys all the secrets. And Three Minds Together has a lot of answers for you guys. So any questions regarding cosplays, costumes, or any of the future projects coming out, Lord of the Rings, Doctor Strange, Moon Knight, Batman, go ahead and leave that here below. Make sure to follow us on our Instagram at the Cosbros, and we are following everyone back right now. So we
right.
appreciate you guys being here. The Cosbros are out, and we will see you next week.